God. That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. Have you ever met a person you say, hey, let me get some parfaits? They say, hell no, I don't like no parfaits.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Is something funny? Stay down, freak!
Welcome to Brick Wall Cinema. I'm your host, Chance Theriot, and today we also got our co-host today, Sergio. I said today too many times. Ignore that, okay? Please. Thank you. And today we're talking about Joker 2019. Sergio, are you familiar with Joker?
I've heard a lot about it. There's been a bunch of analytics of it, but this is my first time watching it.
I remember watching it back when it came out in theaters, but funny enough, I watched, we're going to get to it later, but I'm going to say that I remember watching it back in theaters. So let's go to basic info. It's rated R, directed by Todd Phillips, released in theaters on October 4th, 2019. Hey, that's the exact day that the new one's coming out, and the day we're publishing this episode. It's like super serendipitous, isn't it?
Like it was planned out.
Yeah.
No shit. This is what we do.
Some people might not know that, Sergio.
People don't know that we plan out when to release these videos.
Sergio,
wow.
This could be someone's first episode.
Wow. It's good that people don't make themed videos and release it on certain dates to celebrate things that happened on that date.
Oh, you jackass, Sergio. One day you're going to get what you deserve. Oh.
Oh, yeah. That laugh freaked me out decent. That laugh actually freaked me out throughout the entire movie I saw.
Now that's gonna haunt me and all the listeners, Sergio. Thank you. We're not even 2 minutes into the episode.
Wait, are you able to do that impression too?
Yeah.
Try it.
Oh God. Oh my God. I need water.
Breathe, man. Breathe.
Okay. All right. So
you good, man?
It's runtime of 2 hours and 2 minutes, a budget of $55 million and a gross worldwide of $1 billion.
Really?
The first R-rated movie to do so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember, the highest grossing films were Deadpool 2, Deadpool, and Passion of the Christ, and now Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh, has it passed it? Because I thought that Deadpool and Wolverine actually passed the threshold.
It was the highest grossing R-rated movie at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, Deadpool Wolverine beat that. So let's go over our initial thoughts, Sergio. After the first time of watching it, Sergio, what did you think?
I was disturbed.
Disturbed?
I had to take a moment after watching it to I suppose I get that's what they were trying to go for with this whole standalone Joker movie, to try and disrupt your sanity and to give you an idea of the mental state of the Joker or Arthur. And it made a lot of sense that this is how he was. And I get when people say that it's like a hell yeah moment when Joker finally just embraces his sort of mental state that he's just crazy. And I understand why people like this movie so much. And this movie got me, I don't know the word for it, but
melancholy?
Yeah, I guess so.
I get where you're coming from with this, because when I called you up yesterday, I'm like, hey, Sergio, how you doing? It's like, hey, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I could tell something was up.
Yeah. When I first saw it, I was reeled back because I knew that Joker's backstory was going to be like tragic and disturbing. But then to see kind of like it unravel, but starting from like a place of madness and then learning the truth, and then it's just kind of like, it felt like a character arc where a character learns the truth and learns to embrace the truth. When this one, it feels like the complete opposite of that. But the result is like the complete opposite of that, but it's still the same story arc where he finds the truth, he embraces the truth, but comes out in a negative way. It feels like a negative character arc where the character turns for the worse and embraces a lie. But in this one, he embraces the truth, but the results are still him becoming like this. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw this, I actually have a vivid memory of when I saw it. So it was early in the day. I was over in LA. I don't remember what theater it was, but it was a theater that had a Dave & Buster's inside of it. I remember that detail because my mom took me to her job that day.
And you were eating some hay.
And I'll lay by the bay and eat some clay. I just may. What do you say? If you guys can't tell, we just finished reviewing Happy Gilmore, so we're still pretty excited and giddy.
I think we need to be when we're talking about this movie.
Yeah.
It's a good time, this movie, but it's not something you would go out to see to have a good time.
Yeah. I mean, wait, let me get back to my story though. I'm sorry. So I was not really a little kid. I was like 16 when I saw this.
How long ago was this? It was like 4 years?
It came out in 2019.
2019? Oh, wow. I did not expect it to be that long of a gap between the movies.
Yeah. So my mom was like taking me to work she was working on a commercial of Dave & Buster's. And I'm like standing there saying, what should I do? I feel like everyone's got their stuff going on and I don't want to impose on anyone, even though she told me I can be there and ask questions to people. But I felt like intrusive. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to walk around the mall and go to the movies. And then I saw Joker and I'm like, wow, this movie's amazing. But I'm not liking it because of how most people like it, like how incels might like it. I feel like I liked it because of the cinematography, what they're doing, the story. I'm not.
You mean like how the people inside the movie liked Joker?
What do you mean?
Well, I remember that when this movie first came out, there was a bunch of videos that had influenced it. There was this one that made fun of the fact like a bunch of people were scared that riots were going to happen because of the movie, because it's kind of like an ugly reflection of the real world.
Well, yeah, because that happened with The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, that's what people were afraid of, and there was a bunch of like news reports about that. And I was thinking, like, there must be a bunch of fans who are actually like the people with clown mask inside the movie.
Yeah, you think they're going to have any for this year because of the new movie coming out?
I think they might have like patrols and maybe some security, but no. And to be honest, I'm not sure.
Okay, but yeah,
I think so, but I don't think that's gonna stop anything.
I remember watching this movie a bunch of times. Weirdly enough, this is a weird movie where I know it's very sad and doesn't really have a happy ending, but this is a movie I feel comfortable watching over and over again. Well, not really over and over again, but like after a few months gone by or a couple months gone by, I could feel like I could rewatch this again. You know what I mean?
That's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt when I saw Schindler's List.
That one I don't understand. I can never understand how you are feeling comfortable watching Schindler's List again, just in general. That one's sad. It's
kind of like how you feel with Joker.
I get that, but just the movie in itself feels like a movie you just don't want to rewatch again. This one, it was unpleasant, but it didn't feel like it was unpleasant, if that makes any sense. Like they use a lot of bright colors, like not really bright colors, but like a weird, I don't know how to put this. The cinematography is amazing in this movie, and the acting is really good. They shot it like it was just a movie, and not really like a comic book movie, but just a movie in itself, which also made it seem unique in itself. Because when I watch this movie, it's easy for me to think of this movie as its own thing, not connected to Batman at all. It's actually really easy to do that. And I love this movie for that. I mean, I love Batman, don't get me wrong, but the idea of me watching this movie, not knowing anything about Batman, it comforts me and makes me happy to see that. Because I showed my grandpa this movie and he loved it. And if you have any experience showing a comic book movie to an elder, then you don't understand how hard it is for them to know how to put this backstory on characters and stuff like that. But this movie gives you all that you need at the movie. And you don't need any pre-existing knowledge because they make it all up. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even my grandpa, we're going to get to it, but my grandpa laughed his ass off when he saw the little person trying to get out the room after he saw Joker kill Randall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my grandpa likes a lot of dark humor like that.
Makes sense.
All right. So let's go into our favorite scenes. Do you have any, Sergio?
I think my favorite scene, or just scene that I like the most, I have two. One was when Joker got out of the car, when they pulled Joker out of the car crash, and then he wakes up and starts doing this little dance on top of the hood, and people start cheering him on. It felt like such a triumphant moment because people finally were cheering for him. And the other one was the ending where he walks out of the room, and you can see bloodstains as he walks, but it's so bright and it feels like he's accepted a part of himself that he never knew he had. And he has like, it's kind of like self-love, I guess. And as disturbing as it is, it's actually kind of nice.
Right. I agree with you on all of this. My favorite scene was Arthur on the Murray show. Because, I mean, the whole scene just is perfection in a way. Because like the fact that he's like ramping himself up before they open the curtains for him to come in, him going and sitting down, making out with the other guests on the show, and just sitting down, chilling out, like, yeah, what's up, everyone? Yeah, hey, I got a joke. Yeah, you don't like that? Well, I killed those people on the subway. Like, you think that's funny? Yeah.
It's been a rough few weeks, Murray. Ever since I killed those 3 Wall Street guys.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
There's no punchline.
Well, let me get this straight. You think that killing those guys is funny?
I do. And I'm tired of pretending it's not.
I don't know. I just am being so calm about it. It was actually really interesting to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even the ending with him shooting Murray in the face.
How about another joke, Murray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
What do you get?
I don't think so.
When you cross
I think
a
we're
mentally
done
ill
with your
loner
jokes.
with a
That's it.
society that abandons him and treats him like trash.
Call the police,
I'll
Gene.
tell you what you get.
Call the police.
You get what you f***ing deserve.
That's like a perfect way to end the episode, end the scene. And oh no, that's not the perfect way to end it. The perfect way to end it was him walking up to the camera saying, "Good night, everyone, and don't forget, that's like boop, do. Like that's the way to end it. They could have ended me right there, and I love it.
Yeah.
Even that song, I can't get. Ever since I saw this movie, I couldn't get that song out of my head. You know what I'm talking about?
That's Life.
Yes, the Frank Sinatra song. The song for all people that have mental issues now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to call anyone out, but we know someone, right, mate, Sergio?
That's best. I think it's best we don't delve into that right now.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to listen.
Anyways, I thought that they added a few characters. I'm not sure if they were. I know this wasn't supposed to be connected to any comic books, and it wasn't shot that way with that in mind. But with how connected it is to Batman's backstory, I can't help but think that some of the characters felt different.
Different how?
Alfred Pennyworth, right?
Yes.
I felt like he was unnecessarily aggressive when he first met Arthur. I mean, like I get it. Like he was being.
Dude, he walked up to the house and gave him flowers. That's clearly stranger danger.
Well, yeah, but he's at a gate. You can't get in.
Still.
And most of the time, the Waynes, they do interact with the public. They're philanthropists.
Well, then again, Thomas Wayne beat the shit out of Arthur.
Yeah, that's why I also thought, like, man, these characters we don't usually see in these stories, or like in the background, because usually in like Batman stories, they're usually like really positive figures. But in this one, they're just so incredibly douchey. I don't know if it's just because of how Arthur is, because they already explained that he acts a certain way that gets people uncomfortable. So I don't know if that's just them being defensive, because they just feel that they just found this weird guy who just keeps making these making these strange comments, and they're just like scared. I don't know. But I just felt like it was just uncharacteristically rude, or just like being too much like a jerk that they acted towards him. But I think that was the whole point, the fact that Arthur has no positive figures in his life, which is why he ended up this way.
Well, yeah, but also I think that it's because we don't know if this movie is actually happening. It could have all been a fantasy in his head.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah, so it could just be his point of view on the world. Like him, rather none of this makes sense. It's all chaos. Everyone, no matter how much you try being nice or trying to care, people just treat you like shit and beat the crap out of you and take your sign.
But they did take his sign, and they did beat him up.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything, and then he gets in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both agreeing about this.
But the argument you were making is that this all could have been happening in the head. That discriminates your argument.
No.
Yeah, that discounts your argument.
Wait, what was my argument again?
Your argument was that all this could just been happening in his head. It couldn't be. It might not be real.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Crap.
Like I was saying that I thought that Thomas Wayne and Alfred, when they interacted with Arthur, were uncharacteristically mean or just rude or just acting like a bunch of jerks. And you're trying to make the argument that maybe this was just all in his head. And there are scenes that clearly say that this is happening in his head. Like when he went to visit his girlfriend's house and his girlfriend doesn't know who he is. And he has the realization that all that was just happening inside his head. And even the realization that his mother is crazy and he's adopted. And why he has that condition where he laughs uncontrollably, those are clear indications that those were that he has delusions, and he realizes that.
Yeah, I take it back. I take it back.
Yeah.
Don't yeah me. I take it back. You don't need to acknowledge that I'm taking it back. I take it back myself.
I did want to mention one thing. I thought it would be. I know this might not happen, but considering where they're going with the sequel with Harley Quinn, I was thinking that it would be so interesting to see this Joker and a Batman. I'm not sure they're going to do like a connection to the Batman or maybe a different
they're
Batman
not,
or just like.
They said they're not going to do that. Todd Phillips said we're not going to have him connect to the Batman.
But he's connected to the Batman now.
No, he's not.
Well, not the Batman, just connection to Bruce Wayne.
Well, yeah, but that could be anyone.
What?
This could be an alternate universe where he actually gets therapy and doesn't really become Batman.
You do know why the whole reason he does become Batman, right?
Yeah, I know why. Sergio, look, this is not going on the story of that's the only part of the movie I actually feel like they had to put in the movie was when they actually shot Thomas Wayne and his mom and took the pearls. Like not with him, but one of the Joker followers. I feel like that was
Joe Chill.
What?
Joe Chill. That's the name of the guy who kills Batman's parents.
But not in this movie. We don't know if that's his name.
No, I know. I'm saying that's just in most canon. That's like in the comics. That's in the TV series. It's almost in every incarnation of Batman when he confronts his parents' killer. His name's Joe Chill.
Right, and they either come out of the opera into a dark alley or go see Zorro and the Gay Blade and go into a dark alley.
Are you referencing the Harley Quinn series?
No, what? No.
Because I thought that's what they said. That's what they were seeing.
That's in all iterations. In this movie, they literally walk out of Zorro and the Gay Blade.
Oh.
You didn't catch that?
No, I saw that. I just thought that was something that the writers were doing to mess with the property.
No, that's actually a movie.
Oh. What time period does this come out in? Like the 1980s?
1981.
Okay.
That's why I opened with the old Warner Brothers logo.
Okay. But back to what I was saying. I just thought it would be interesting if this Joker with his backstory and his mentality came into conflict with the Batman. And they had this realization, and Batman had this realization that he met him as a kid. And he would kind of go through the same thing that the Batman went through, where he was trying to figure out his father's legacy or like lies that the villain tells him. So I just thought that would be interesting. I know it's not going to happen because, like you said, they're planning not to make the connection.
Also, they have the Joker in the in the Batman.
Yeah,
and he's the same age as he's like 20 or 30 in that movie.
How old is he in this movie?
I'm not sure. I think however old Joaquin Phoenix is.
Yeah, I thought Joaquin Phoenix looked really old to be playing this character. But then, I was like, they're not going to connect this to the Batman. But then I saw that whole scene. It's like, are they connecting this to the Batman, or is it just like an Easter, or is it just like just connecting to the origin of the character, just to have that in there?
He's in his 40s.
Oh, man, he's old.
Yeah. All right. Do you think we should go into our quotes?
Sure.
Do you have any?
I'm thinking of some. I just can't say them. Wait, hang on. It's when Joker lets the cat out of the bag by saying that the gun that one of his coworkers gave him the gun when he walked out of the closet room.
That was a fair quote.
Yeah, because to me that felt like the first time that Arthur just stopped caring about what he did or what he said. He just said what was real, and whether or not people believed it didn't bother him.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And then the next one was what Joker said before he shot Murray.
You get what you deserve.
Yeah, when he says like, "What do you get when you cross a mentally ill psychopath with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash?" And then there's that line, and yeah, I thought that was really good.
That was my favorite quote too. And another one was, "I used to think that my life was a tragedy, but now I realize it's a fucking comedy." Like that sentence, dead alone. How much you want to bet that there's over 50 people that use that as their Instagram bio name, like title?
I'm not sure. I mean, you have Instagram. Have you seen any?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Oh God, I think I know some people. I didn't say who. I didn't say who. I didn't say his name. I
Shut up.
didn't say.
Shut it. You didn't say shit.
Shut it down. Shut it down. All right. You want to go with our
What else
notes?
do we want to talk about? Oh, yeah.
You want to go first or you want me to go?
You go first. I'm guessing you have a lot of notes, and I don't really have that much for this one.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things I caught, like with the scene where the coworker Randall's giving Arthur a gun. The song "Everybody Plays the Fool" plays in the background. Did you catch that?
No.
You know what? Yeah, you heard that song before?
No.
Everybody plays a fool sometimes. Maybe factual, maybe true. Listen, baby. That song.
No.
Oh, I thought it might be like a hint or like sort of like a nod of what's going on in the movie, like him playing the fool by having a gun, and the fact that it might be factual, may be true. Everybody plays a fool. It's about a guy that just got his heart broken and is sitting around and moping, crying, and even thinking about dying.
I did have a question for that. Why did he bring the gun to his job at the children's hospital?
I think it's because he lives in an unsafe neighborhood. I think that's why in the first place that's why they gave it to him in the first place.
Well, yeah, I get that, but he's at a hospital that has its own security, doesn't he?
Well, outside of the hospital, when he has to walk back, because he walks home.
I guess so, but then wouldn't he just leave it in his bag? Why did he have it
bring the
on
bag
him
with him?
Huh?
Wouldn't he bring the bag with him?
Yes.
Yeah.
So why didn't he leave it in the bag?
I don't know. Maybe because if you're about to get assaulted by someone, you can't like, hold on, let me get my bag and get my gun.
No, like, why didn't he put it in his bag while he was performing and then put it back under his belt when he was actually walking home?
I do not know. I don't know, buddy. But that's a good question. Because I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, oh shit. Like, I think the whole theater had that same feeling when they saw it come out.
I mean, he was doing good, actually entertaining the kids at the hospital. And as soon as that gun came out, I was like, it's all over. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was honestly a little bit funny for me too, seeing it, because I'm like,
it was funny, yeah. But then after I saw the reaction of all the kids and everyone, and as he just stood there awkwardly with the gun in his hand, I was like, oh, I just felt so sad now.
Also, I want to know about this. Whenever I think about the ending of this movie, I think of that Simpsons quote where Lisa's like asking her mom, saying, "Is this a happy ending?" And Marge's saying, "It's an ending. That's enough." You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find it.
That's just like every tragedy ever.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's happy, but everyone, it's a sad ending though.
It's yeah.
Marge, I'm confused. Is this a happy ending or a sad ending?
It's an ending. That's enough.
But back to the movie. So this is a small thing I noticed. When Arthur was shooting the jerks in the subway, he shot 8 bullets. I counted. But that gun, I think, only has enough room for 6 bullets. I might be wrong. Let me check. Wait, no. Did you catch this, Sergio?
No, because I couldn't clearly see the gun, so I wasn't sure whether or not it was accurate.
Well, I don't know any gun that holds over 8 bullets, though, to be fair. Do you?
What kind of gun? Those are usually most guns today. Yes, they hold 8 bullets.
No, not today. In the 80s.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I can't see the gun. I don't know how many bullets it holds.
Oh, we could see the gun because there's a scene of him actually getting it and a close-up of it. Oh my God, I love the internet. The internet's so smart. I can't find the scene.
Can't you just look it up and see like what kind of gun Joker had?
Found it.
Okay, that scene disturbed me so much because as he's hunched over, stretching out his shoe, that just looks so disturbing to me.
Because he lost a lot of weight for this role.
I know, but to me, at this angle, his body looks how you say distorted?
Yeah,
like painfully
disfigured.
So. Yeah, and I think that's what they were going for. I think it's that that large hump at the middle of the video, dude.
No, yeah, it's a 6. It holds 6 bullets.
I can't see that.
I see it.
Oh, it's a revolver. Okay.
Yeah, he has a revolver.
And
he shot 6 times. No, he shot 8 times. Yeah. God, I'm good. I feel good when I'm right. All right. What else do I got here? What did you think of the scene with Arthur dancing in the bathroom after he kills people?
I thought that was him trying to calm himself down. I was questioning that. Does a dance is that something he does to try and calm himself?
Well, he did it before.
Does that help with his mental state?
Well, he did it before. He did it. I mean, he did it after when he was about to go on stage on the Murray Show.
Yeah. So it's like a calming mechanism that he does, a practice.
Yeah, I guess so. When I show my mom it, she's like, "Chance, what am I watching? This is stupid." Because I don't know. What else? I wrote down, wait, so Arthur Fleck is Thomas Wayne's son? And that's immediately after later finding out later in the movie, I strike through it and it said never mind with the cry emoji.
Wait, you tweeted that?
No, I deleted that comment. I deleted that note once I found out and I wrote never mind over it. I don't tweet. No one tweets anymore. They X. And also at this point in the movie, I paused it because I had to go to the bathroom and I realized, holy shit, I'm 49 minutes into the movie and it didn't feel like that at all. This movie is really good with its pacing and editing. It's because this is a 2-hour movie. It didn't feel like that at all.
Uh-huh.
It felt like an hour and a half to me. What about you?
It felt shorter, yeah.
Yeah. Do you notice the name of the comedy club that Arthur worked at? I mean, Arthur did stand up at?
No.
It was called Pogo's Comedy Club. Are you familiar with Pogo the Clown?
No.
That was the stage name of a real life professional clown serial killer, John Wayne Gacy.
Oh yeah, I thought I heard about like they made did that too in I think American Psycho. I think.
Have you seen American Psycho?
No, they just mentioned that it was like references to real life murders and TV shows, and there was this one I forgot what it was, what show it was. I think it was American Psycho, but they show like a clown going on a killing spree on a couple was in a picnic.
Oh, well, let's see. Also, do you ever just want to crawl into your refrigerator? I think we all had that feeling one day in a hot day.
I did.
Wait, you actually crawled into a refrigerator?
No, I said I've had that feeling before.
Oh.
That's the thing what you've been asking.
Sorry, immediately forgot once I said what I asked. Also, I forgot a couple of things for this movie. I forgot that Arthur killed his mom. I wrote, holy shit, Arthur really killed his mom. Cold blood. That's my notes. And yeah, that's all my notes actually. And do you have any more notes?
No.
All right. You want to go to our rating?
There's not a whole lot to talk about unless you're talking about like psychologically what's happening. Also, dude, you said you counted 8 bullets, right?
Yeah.
I counted 6.
What, really?
The what I played right now, I just counted 6.
No. Hold on. So there's 1, 2, 3.
2. Oh, there's 3?
Yeah. 4, 5,
5,
6, 7,
7,
8. I was
8.
right.
Oh, okay. Do you think this might have been just like movie magic where they just had him shoot more than there was actual bullets?
Yeah, sure. Or he's just so crazy. Put the bullets in between scenes. I don't know, man. I'm stretching. Let's go to our ratings then. What do you give it, Sergio?
I'm tempted to give it a 4 out of 5, just mostly because I just found it really disturbing. So I found it hard to watch at certain points. But I think I'll give this a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Hell yeah! We're both on the same page for 2 movies in a row. 5 out of 5. All right, let's go. Yeah, I'm proud of you, Sergio. Good job. You chose the right answer.
What do you mean by proud and saying the right answer? Because earlier when we had a bunch of 5 out of 5 movies that we recorded, you kept saying that we're going to promise to do worse movies.
Oh yeah, but I mean, we had to do this because Joker Folie à Deux is coming out. And so it's not our fault we like this movie. Don't get mad at us, but please don't leave. We need the views. We love you.
What?
We love you, listeners.
What the heck? What the heck are you doing?
I'm saying how much we care about our listeners.
Of course you do. We wouldn't do this otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. See? Sergio cares, and I care.
I don't.
Brickwall Cinema cares.
No, we don't.
Don't listen to him.
We're just in it for the money.
We don't get money. Don't listen to him.
Get a few cents each month.
So
I get most of it.
Now you know damn well that's not true.
All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about in this movie, or is that it?
I got some trivia. So Joaquin Phoenix actually said perfecting Joker's laugh was the toughest part of playing the character. And let's see. The filmmakers actually cited Alan Moore's comic The Killing Joke, which tells of Joker's origin and descent into insanity, and the Martin Scorsese film Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, and The King Comedy as an influence on the film. Now, Sergio, are you familiar with Raging Bull, Taxi Driver?
Raging Bull?
Yeah, and Taxi Driver.
Yeah, I told you I saw that.
All right.
And Taxi Driver, yes, I have seen that, although I didn't like the movie so much.
And you said you haven't seen The Kings of Comedy, right? The King of Comedy. All right. I think you should really watch it, Sergio. I think you might like it. Or maybe not like it. I mean, you might like it, but might want to watch it again. It's one of those movies. It's actually really good.
Okay.
It's from Martin Scorsese.
Okay.
This is it right here.
His name is Rupert Pupkin. He lives in a world of make-believe.
Oh, Jerry, I love this guy. Always coming up with these great lines. I love him.
Nobody can remember his name.
Mr. Pipkin. Mr. Pupnik.
Mr. Puffer.
Rupert.
Pumpkin, Pupkin.
But by 11:30 tonight, the whole world will know that Rupert Pupkin is the new king of comedy. Robert De Niro, Jerry Lewis, in a Martin Scorsese picture. The king of comedy.
Does that entice you a little bit to watch it?
Where can I even watch it?
I bought it, so you have no excuse. You're not really a little bit interested into it?
Seems interesting, but I'm just not sure if it's the kind of thing I'm going to want to watch.
Yeah, but trailers are misleading. Even that one, sort of. What else? So remember the beginning shot where it has Joaquin Phoenix or Arthur trying to force a smile?
Uh-huh.
So during that scene, Joaquin Phoenix actually shedded a tear accidentally during the first take. You know about that?
Yeah, yes, because he was listening to the soundtrack for the Joker.
Do you want to do the rest of these trivia notes, Sergio? Because I feel like you know every one of them now.
I think so. I mean, this has been out for a long time. A lot of people have been raving about it, so it makes sense that some of the stuff I would actually know.
Did you know that originally Warner Brothers wanted Martin Scorsese to make the film with Leonardo DiCaprio as Arthur and Robert De Niro to play Murray Franklin?
No.
Yeah, but however, in the end, it's proved to be logistically impossible because Leonardo DiCaprio was doing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Quentin Tarantino, and Martin Scorsese was doing The Irishman. But funny enough, Robert De Niro was already done with filming his parts for that movie, so he was able to do Joker.
Mm.
All right, yeah, and that's all the notes, all the trivia I got today. And now I want to know
why did they decide to go the route of not involving the Batman in this Joker story at all?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but I think it's very welcomed.
It is welcomed, but then it gets me questioning what does the Joker do now? Because the whole reason why he's the arch nemesis of the Batman is because he's trying to prove the point that everyone is like him, that it just takes a bad day and then you can go off the edge into insanity. But here he doesn't have that. So my question is, what is the Joker going to do from here on out?
Well, to find out, there's a new movie coming out. Honestly, when I first heard that there's doing a sequel for this, I was highly against it. No matter how much I love this movie, I did not want to see a sequel to it. I don't think it needed it at all. We could fill in the blanks in our minds. But the idea of them having to do it in a musical sense, that sort of interests me.
I know.
And also the director coming back for it too. They got all the people coming back for this movie.
I expected as much.
Do you know who directed this movie, Sergio?
Wasn't it? Oh, wait, no, I forgot his name.
Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips. Okay.
That name might not sound familiar, but you definitely know his work. He did Old School. Remember that movie?
No.
Okay. He did Road Trip.
No.
Okay. The Hangover 1, 2, and 3.
Those, yes.
Yeah, I was doing those last because I knew you'd seen those and I was making a joke. Yeah, those 3 movies. So when people said that he was going to make this movie, this is a huge departure from what he usually does. He usually makes comedies. Who would have thought that he would have been making a Martin Scorsese type Joker movie?
I mean, don't usually most of the MCU movies, weren't they directors originally did horror?
No, not all of them. No,
I said some of them.
Not some of them either. A couple of them, but not a lot. I know the person Nia DaCosta that did the Marvels. She did Candyman, and that's all I could think of.
I mean, Sam Raimi did come back for the Multiverse of Madness.
Right, Sam Raimi. But that's it. Jon Favreau did Elf and Chef. I can't think of... Oh, John Watts did Clown. I'll take that back. The director of the Spider-Man trilogy did Clown. It was about like a guy that was bit by a clown and turns into a clown. I think it's like the Santa Claus rules, where no matter how much he tries taking it off, he turns into a clown.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. I think we can call it an episode, Sergio.
All right.
I'm Chance.
I'm Sergio.
And have a cinematic day. Hey everyone, thanks for listening. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok at Brick Wall Cinema. Have a cinematic day.